Hi, and welcome back to Talk Therapy channel on YouTube. I'm Tammy Fletcher, licensed marriage and family therapist. Today we're going to be talking about how you can help your child stop picking or pulling. Those of us who treat chronic behaviors like dermatillomania and trichotillomania get this question often from concerned parents. So first I want to give some support in this video, but I also want to specify that this video is geared toward kids who are teenagers and people who are older. I think the advice would be different for those who are age 5 and below. In my practice, I tend to work mainly with adults and teenagers who are dealing with chronic hair pulling and skin picking. And I can tell you that even those who are adults may have concerned parents who feel at a loss for what to do. So let's talk about some things that help and some things that are not so helpful. I ask clients early in therapy what their goals are for treatment. If the client is a minor, we might start off with mom and or dad in the room. So treating a BFRB, body-focused repetitive behavior, for a teen can be a family issue, and so enlisting family members in treatment can help to ensure success in many cases. At least that's always my hope. So here are some common questions that parents and sometimes their kids ask when going into therapy for a BFRB. The first one is, can you make my child stop picking or pulling? In talking about treatment goals with one family where a teen had trichotillomania, one mom did say to me, I want you to make him want to stop. Right away we were in trouble. Sometimes through the course of therapy, a person can become motivated to make positive changes, but there's no guarantee. It does help if there's already some motivation on the part of the person being treated, or at least a willingness to give it a try. The worst case scenario is that we teach the tools needed to help stop picking or pulling. We offer lots of educational material and support resources, and we hope that when the child or the person is ready, that they will have the tools that they need to be successful. And that in itself, I think, is beneficial for all involved, in my opinion. But no therapist has a magic formula to make anyone want to stop a body-focused repetitive behavior. We do have knowledge, training, experience, and lots of tools. But recovery requires a lot from the person who picks or pulls. There's homework, like keeping track of the behavior and maybe changing daily habits or something in the environment. Another question is, why does my child pull or pick? There are a wide variety of reasons people of any age engage in chronic skin picking or hair pulling. Some contributing factors can be anxiety, impulse control, attention deficit disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, genetic predisposition, and sensory input issues like the highly sensitive person personality trait. In some cases, there's nothing that we can point to as a cause. Now, that can be very frustrating for parents. If your child is exposed to strep throat, and they get strep throat, chances are there's a standard treatment and they get better. BFRBs aren't like that. They take time, patience, some detective work, commitment, and a flexible, open approach. We do spend some time looking at the why that the behavior happens, because there may be important guideposts there. For example, let's say the person picks and has a problem with anxiety. We not only provide tools to stop the BFRB, but we treat the anxiety as well. In many cases where the why is less clear, we spend more time looking at the how, the sensory and environmental contributors to picking or pulling. The next question is, how can I help? Talk to your child. Whether they are 14 or 35, they can tell you how they experience the urge to pick or pull. Listen to them. Ask them how you can help them. For example, do they want to be reminded if you see them pulling? Do they want to join a support group or see a therapist who's trained in helping people with body-focused repetitive behaviors. Let them know that you are a safe person to talk to. Read what you can about these behaviors, because information will really help a lot. Okay, I have to talk for a minute about what does not work, and unfortunately these stories are not unusual. Seeing your child struggle with a BFRB is incredibly stressful for parents. You wonder if it's somehow your fault, if other kids will make fun of them, or if the behavior will ever end. With teens especially, sometimes I see that trick or dermatillomania is there, but they're not really bothered by it at all. But it's upsetting for the parents all the same. The bottom line here, whether the child is concerned and wants to change or really doesn't care, is that it's important that you don't take out that frustration on your child. It breaks my heart to see parents becoming so frustrated that they end up screaming at their child, telling them that they'll never quit, and basically taking out their anger at the behavior on the person. Unfortunately, that happens more often than I would have believed when I started working with people with BFRBs. I have never seen that work in helping someone to feel motivated to change. More often, it destroys their hope and their faith in themselves, whether they are 15 or 50. So if you are a parent and you're feeling so upset that you're taking out your anger on your child, please consider talking to someone to help come to grips with your feelings. For example, if you have a toddler who's learning to walk, you don't yell at them or call them a failure every time they fall down. You know that they will get there, and you show them compassion, and you help to set up the situation and the environment to maximize their chances at success. That same approach is recommended with someone who picks or pulls. Final question, can you recommend some resources? I've seen some absolutely awful advice on the internet, so if possible, try to stick with reputable people and websites where they actually have extensive knowledge and a track record of helping people. The gold standard, in my opinion, is the Trichotillomania Learning Center, and I will put a link in the down bar below to help you find their website, and there are tons of resources there. They have a wealth of information on both trichotillomania and dermatillomania, as well as some of the lesser discussed BFRBs like thumb sucking and nail biting. Facebook has some great resources as well. They have the Canadian BFRB Support Network, for example. I'll put a link to them. I'd be very wary of websites promising an instant cure or that make you pay just to get a glimpse of their advice. Those of us who actually work with BFRBs tend to write articles and books. We make videos. We talk to groups for free just to help get the word out. So be wary when you see that you have to pay to even look at a website. The Trichotillomania Learning Center, going back to them, also has a list of support groups, and they have a directory of qualified therapists in your area if that's what you're looking for. So whatever their age, listen to your child, be someone safe to talk to, and offer help and resources. Reach out yourself if you feel like your frustration is reaching the boiling point. Your child is still your child, even if they have dermatillomania or trichotillomania. People with BFRBs can feel very isolated, so don't let that behavior drive a wedge between you and your child. Join their team. Keep the dialogue going. Your supportive presence can go a long way in ensuring your child's success in recovery. Thanks so much for watching. I welcome your feedback below in the comments, and I'll see you next time.